Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to my in-depth guide for all of the stats for McCree. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So first off, his first ability or basic attack is the Peacekeeper. It deals anywhere from 35 to 70 points of damage, and the damage does fall off on range. So the further you are away, the less amount of damage you are going to be doing. And that is anywhere from 35 to 70 points of damage. In Call of Duty, I know we have those certain integers where it's like 35, 50, and 70, but this game, it's anywhere between 35 and 70. So you can deal 36, 37, 38, anywhere in between that range. It depends how close and far you are away. But anyways, it's got 6 shots in the magazine or chamber, and its reload time is 1.5 seconds, and its fire rate is 2 rounds per second. To give you guys a better idea of how much damage it will do on certain ranges, I got an image for you guys right here that I can share. So here's an image where you are going to be dealing 52 points of damage. The reason why I chose 52 is because most players have 200 health in the game, and at that point that's going to be a 4-shot kill. The reason why it's 52 is because it's an integer that can be used when certain things are healing, meaning Lucio or certain healers like that. You can still get the kill. Again, it depends on what you're getting healed by and stuff like that. Next up, this is going to be dealing 70 points of damage. So this is the furthest you can be with just dealing 70 points of damage. So this is as far as you can be away from your enemy to deal the maximum amount of damage. So at this point, if you get a headshot, you can just get a body shot, and then you will actually kill off your opponent. His next ability is Fan the Hammer, which is the right click or the alternate fire. It does deal 35 to 70 points of damage, and it does fall off on range, similar to his basic attack. Now, there is something different with Fan the Hammer. It will not deal headshot damage, so that is something important. Do not go for headshots when you are fanning the hammer. The reason why I think they did this is to mitigate some of the melting that goes on, even though it technically already melts. You can see me look at that. I just completely dumpstered on that tank over there and got away, no problem at all. Now, it does fire at a fire rate of 6 per second, and it dumps all of the ammo in the magazine or the chamber. So even if you have 2 shots left, it'll dump all 2 shots out. You can see over there that I just completely dumpstered on both of those tanks, whether it was a Winston or a Roadhog. You can deal an amazing amount of damage in such a short amount of time because it just dumps the entire magazine or chamber out onto the opponent. Don't be afraid to go against tanks. Keep in mind you will have to time your stuff like you saw like a few seconds ago in the Roadhog, and I'll do it again during these clips, but make sure you are able to dodge the hook. If you get hooked against Roadhog, you're pretty much dead. Anyways, next up, his next ability is the combat roll. So this fully reloads your entire magazine or clip. The distance is 6 meters, and you cannot use this while in the air or jumping because it is a roll, so you have to be able to hit the ground. His next ability, which has a lot of mechanics, it's the Flashbang. There's a lot of stuff that we have to go over for this. So anyways, it stuns for 0.7 seconds. The distance is 5 meters. It does do AoE, so you can hit multiple people, so it can multi-stun. And it will also hit up to 6 meters, technically, since it is AoE. It's just the range is technically 5, but it can hit up to 6 anyways. I thought that was kind of important to mention, because if its range was 6, then it can technically hit up to 7. But yeah, like I said, it can multi-stun, and dealing damage will break the stun. So if you stun someone and then you shoot them, it immediately breaks the stun. A lot of times if you play against a Genji or against a Reaper, you'll notice that they immediately are able to go away, and you'll be wondering, why does the stun last longer than other stuns in certain times? So yeah, if you deal damage to the enemy, it does break the stun. So what usually happens is Fan the Hammer will almost always give you 2 shots of Fan the Hammer, and that will be 165 damage. So against a Zenyatta, against a Tracer, that will be able to 100 to 0 them, and they pretty much can't do anything against that unless you're getting hooked by someone else or something like along the lines of that is happening. So yeah, keep that in mind as well. And it will deal 165 damage. So anything that has over 165 damage, if they have something that can be an escape, let's say for example Tracer is boosted up, she has armor or something like that, she has over 165 health, then you will not be able to down her immediately. Another tip is you can actually flashbang a Reinhardt while shielded if you hit him above the head. So when he's holding his shield up, you basically just have to throw it and hit his head because it does explode in AoE, and that will actually stun him while he has his shield up, and you can, again, 100 to 0 him. You see me multiple times in this video. I will be going very aggressive against the tanks, and that's something awesome that McCree can do. He can be ranged, but you will see many times I just play him like he just goes up to these tanks and just shows them who's boss of the gym. Like, watch this example right here of the Flashbang combo here. That I'll be doing really soon. It's just very excellent, and again, you have to be able to know your timings on this. You'll see me dodge the Roadhog hook as well, but just knowing the timings on a lot of this stuff is very important. You can see I'm at 110 HP, I go for the stun, immediately dodge the hook, and then I roll to the side to dodge the hook, and then I immediately just blast him in the face. But anyways, his last ability, which is the high noon as people call it, it's called Deadeye actually, and as long as the enemy's within sight, it will not go through walls. It does technically track them through walls, but it charges up for 170 damage per second. It does not deal 170 damage per second, but it charges up at 170 damage per second. It's great on low and squishier targets, and it lines the sight up faster. You'll see it lines up the sight as the reticle goes smaller, and then you get to fire, and it won't deal damage until you shoot. The damage that's charging up, it charges it up on the current HP. So even if they have like 10,000 HP and they only have like 1 HP, it'll still charge up super fast. It's based off of current HP. That's how it works. Other quick little tips that I can give you guys, if you are super far range, or I guess like in that medium-ish range and you get a headshot, you can go for body shots. Don't try to go for headshots as often with McCree. Even though the gun is super accurate, he's supposed to be more of a close range, close combat kind of guy. At least that's how I feel like they've designed him. He's amazing against tanks, as you guys have seen multiple times in this video. I literally go for the tanks and then like I just make them miss. You can stun them and then you can absolutely obliterate them really fast. If you need to get away though, because the stun, if you deal damage, it breaks it. What I recommend you guys to do is to stun and then immediately go away from them. Don't try to follow up and shoot them unless you feel like you can get the kill. By all means, if you get the kill, go for it. As far as using the Deadeye, which is, you know, the high noon, make sure you try to go behind them. If you use it when you're right in front of the team, what's going to happen a lot of times is you won't have enough time to charge up. Don't be greedy with it. I would recommend you guys just to go for a few. Don't try to kill the tanks with it. Unless you can, of course, like Azneyes is sucking them in, or, you know, they're all stunned or something along the lines of that. But anyways, hopes this video helps you guys out with McCree and learning all of the mechanics. But that's McCree in a nutshell. Hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm signing out.